I want to talk to you today about an easy mistake you can make that could cost you thousands of dollars directly and tens of thousands or even more indirectly. The mistake I'm going to talk about is allowing your domain name to expire. We recently had a client who allowed their domain to expire. We warned them almost immediately that it had expired and needed to be renewed, and unfortunately they didn't prioritize renewing their domain. We nudged them a couple of times and they just didn't take action. There are multiple issues at play here that make a seemingly simple thing turn into a disaster. Number one, there are predators out there who look for recently expired domain names and they purchase them with the intent to sell them back to the original owners at a very high price. It usually takes a couple of days for the domain to show up on the expired domains list, but once it does, you can bet on it that someone is going to buy it. They may or may not reach out to you and try to sell it back to you. Most of them won't. They'll wait for you to come crawling to them, because usually the business owner who's lost their domain, they'll contact the domain registrar only to be told that their domain was purchased and there's nothing they can do about it. The domain registrar will often offer to help them buy back the domain or give some direction on how to do it. But the new owners of what used to be your domain will usually start high with the price they want for the domain. Asking $20,000 to $50,000 is not unusual for a small business's domain. The larger the company and the more highly desirable the domain, the more they'll ask for it. Now, fortunately, my client has a fairly undesirable domain. It's only worth anything to them. And this just happened and they still have not taken action on it, which is like mind-blowing to me. But hopefully they can buy it back for a couple $1,000s. The negotiations may take time though, and this is killing their SEO every day. The direct costs involved are in purchasing back the domain and paying someone to handle the technical side of making it work again. The indirect costs come from lost business when you don't have a working website, and the losses in ranking when your SEO takes a dive. The main thing is to never let your domain expire. Here's some tips to keep you from losing your domain name. First, go log into your domain registrar right now and make sure the email address that's on file is correct. This will allow the domain registrar to alert you when it's about to expire. If you don't remember where you registered it, go to whois.com and you can find that information there. Next, make sure the domain is set to auto-renew and that the credit card on file is still good and not about to expire. When you register or renew your domain name, do it for the longest length of time available, which is usually 10 years. Finally, set reminders on your calendar to go in and check all of this annually. Know who your domain registrar is, and when you get communications from them, read them. There's nothing worse than losing your domain and realizing the registrar has been alerting you for months, but you never read the emails. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and until then, go fill those bays.